Do creative assignment number 1. The main purpose of this is to get you flowing with some simple melodic compositions and to get in the swing of using note flight to create 4-part music. That's parts where there's a soprano, alto, tenor, and bass voice that all can move independently. And there's a little trick to do it. And I want you to have this smoothly before we get into the weeds of naming chords and things. So this is how we're going to start our semester. First step, give it something more interesting name than creative assignment. Something like, I don't know, whatever you want to say. Rooftop dancing, say. I don't know. Okay. Now, make sure you keep saving it. And now I'm going to ask you to do it in a key that's a little different from C. And I'm going to go with D major, and I'm going to go ahead and tap right in there, and I'm going to use the names of the notes. I'm not going to point and click my way because that's too time consuming. I'm going to use the names of the notes on the piano on the typing keyboard for the pitches, and I'm going to use the left and right square brackets, which live right next to the P key, for my durations. I'll show you how that works in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and just start on D, and I'd like you to start on Do in whatever key you're in. And you're going to go up and down by step mostly, because that's going to make things easier for you to harmonize later on. Now see what I just did there? I typed a G, and then I pressed the left bracket. So now I am doing that. So let's just say I'm just going to start with this one little phrase, and it goes like this. Okay, now here's the trick that I want you to understand. To get the alto voice in there and moving independently, I select the first note of the soprano voice, and I select lower voice, or press the L key, which the shortcut is right there. Okay, you see that gives me a rest, and now I can type that. You see, now I have both voices singing D, which is fine. And I'm just going to type my letters in there. Now here, you see, I can make that a different duration. So while the sopranos are singing up by step, my altos are going to stay on that same note. In fact, they're going to stay on that note. Or maybe they won't. I can change my mind because, oops, now in this new measure I have to select the L again to get it. There we go. Now you see I have two voices moving independently, which, whether it's theory class or if you're composing something, an arrangement for an ensemble, it's very handy to work in grand staff with different voices. And now we can listen to my music. I select that and I press the P key. Okay, and now just because I'm demonstrating some very simple concepts, I'm going to make this a simple 1 and 5 chord bass line. So I'm just going to go, right, there's my bass line. I'm just pressing the D and the A key on the typing keyboard. There we go. And again, I change the duration value by pressing the left or right brackets, square brackets, next to the P key. I can make it super short. I can make it longer. Okay, I'll keep it simple for now. Now I go back over here, and I'm going to press U to add in a new upper voice. And I'm going to be conventional in the first measure, and then I'm going to get a little ridiculous in the second measure. So now I'm going ahead and I can just type along. Whoopsie. There we go. Let's see here. And now again, whoopsie. again, I guess the new measure, I have to do this little routine again, pressing the L or the U key. And now just for fun, I'm going to make it 30-second notes. For this activity, we don't really care. The main thing is that you are practicing separating out voices. Okay? So go to town, have a blast. Do some, send your tenors off the rails. But notice that my voices never actually cross, and that is an important feature of 4-part writing. So let's listen to my music. Okay. All right, now you know how to do it. Make sure you save your work. All right. There we go.